Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on messages from your spirit guides. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 21st of November, I will be offering my highly anticipated witchcraft course. So if you're interested in learning witchcraft, you can definitely sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram. You can check out the syllabus video for the witchcraft course that I have uploaded on the channel. I'm also offering an astrology course 31st of January in the coming year. So if you're interested in learning astrology, come learn. My courses are long, they're for 2 months. So if you have the time, if you're genuinely serious about learning the occult, the mystical, and the esoteric, come learn. You're very, very welcome. And I also offer personal readings. I will look at your birth chart as a part of the personal reading. And yes, I'm also going to be increasing my tarot rates starting New Year 2026. So if you want the reading at the same rate right now, do get it before the New Year because I will be increasing my rates in the coming 2 months. So I just wanted to put that out there for my new clients and my old clients. And I just want to say thank you. I'm super grateful for all the love and support that I get. And I hope to continue to do this amazing work that I have been, blessed to do. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have this one. Pile number two, we have our whale. Pile number three, we have our otters. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. In the description box below, we'll have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, if you're interested in learning tarot, witchcraft, astrology, do send me an email, get in touch with me, and I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number one. If you chose the Swan card, this is your reading on what message do we have from your spirit guides. And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 21st of November, I am offering my witchcraft course. So if you're interested in learning witchcraft from me, you can check out the witchcraft course syllabus video that I have uploaded on my channel. And you can send me an email to find more details on the course. You can do the same if you want to learn astrology from me, which will be offered on 31st of January. And I'm also available for personal readings, and I have decided to increase my rates in the coming new year. So if you do want to get readings at the same discounted rate, do get your readings in before the new year because I will be increasing my rates in the coming year. So do get a personal reading from me, and I will also look at your birth chart as a part of the reading. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, now let's begin this reading on what message do your spirit guides have for us. And you chose card number 30, this one. So let's see. Okay, pile number one, we have the Death card starting the reading, Seven of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Sun, and we have the Four of Swords. I think there's a very clear message over here. Even with this one card, what I'm getting is there's a need for serenity, there's a need for grace, and there's a need to slow down at your end. I do think you're going through a very deep, deep transformation right now. You're going through an extremely deep transformation right now, and it is leaving you changed forever. And rushing through things is not the way for you right now, you know? Yes, I do think you're sort of being submerged into your own subconscious and your unconscious. I do think there are a lot of thoughts and things that are coming up for you that are rather uncomfortable for you to work through, yet maintaining a inner sense of serenity and peace while you go through these things. And honestly, this is a yoga technique I've learned where, we learn to witness what is happening as a third person and not as we are, right? Even if something bad is happening to us, let's say something traumatic, and I don't mean disassociation, I mean witnessing it without judgment, right? Without creating a self out of it. and experiencing the reality the way it is manifesting and allowing it to seize in the moment from where it arose and not let it get stuck in your own body and your own karmic cycle, right? This is what you honestly need to do right now. You need to slow down and you need to, just see things the way they are because things are being revealed to you right now. And I think even the people who've hurt you, even the not so nice people in your life, they honestly do reflect a part of you to yourself. They are a mirror to you. So you will be able to make sense of experiences, and more than anything, you will not push away experiences. Whether it be good or bad, you will go beyond the good and the bad. You'll see experience as experience and realize that it's both and yet it's neither, and it doesn't honestly matter. So it's honestly a higher spiritual realization that you will be experiencing, and as a result, you will be going through personal enlightenment. We have the Sun card. So the Sun is about your personal enlightenment that you will be experiencing, and you will be coming anew to yourself right now. So honestly, stop the cap pile number one. You are honestly getting in the way of your own happiness. You're getting in the way of your own blessings, and even slowing down might feel counterintuitive, and having a sense of serenity might, feel less productive to just, you spazzing out and just, going berserk. You're not going to get more work done. In fact, you'll get things more done efficiently if you're more relaxed, if you're not wasting your energy being anxious and overthinking, right? Everyone I speak to, everyone and the mothers that I speak to is like, oh, I'm such an overthinker. And the nature of the mind is to overthink. So, who is the master, right? Who is controlling the mind? Or is the mind controlling you, right? So, that is one thing you do have to conquer. And the result is that Four of Swords meditation. Even in the clouds, right? There is something divine, right? There's the energy of the electricity. And we do need cloudy days, right? We need cloudy days to make sense of things. And again, this is a good metaphor, you know. If we can see our mind as this screen, which is the sky, right? Our thoughts are just arising like the clouds. And if we can just perceive it for what it is and not label it to be a certain kind of cloud or of a certain color, and we just realize that it is all just pattern and vibration at the end of the day, and knowing this through direct experience and not just thinking about this, that is what is being revealed to you, and that's what your spirit guides are revealing to you right now. It's a higher meditative ability that you're unlocking. Big stuff, pile number one. And that is just the price of all the extreme transformation you've had to go through. And we have the Queen and the King of Swords. So I do think the Swords energy is very, very strong for you. And it is about the mind, and it is about the luminosity and the clarity of the mind. And the more you burn through your karma, the more luminous your mind becomes, and the more crystal clear your mind becomes. And just like, a crystal takes on a hue of whatever it is reflected on, so does our mind. And I do think now you have the discernment of being able to manifest the kind of light you need and you want to reflect, and the rest you're able to alchemize. And I do think your psychic abilities are also increasing. And what a lot of people don't talk about is how uncomfortable psychic abilities can be, especially when you get upgrades and when you're growing. It really becomes a real pain. It becomes a real pain. So I feel you're not going crazy. Just ground your energy more. Slow meditative practice, slow asana practice. Those are the things that is going to really, really benefit you. Pile number one. And strategize and write more. It is in the slowing down and finding the serenity of being present every moment and not rushing to, not just rushing through your day. That is what is going to really help you. And yes, I might think that I do have some kind of undue advantage because I'm a Taurus moon. I'm just naturally calm compared to someone who's like an Aries moon, and I have a lot of Aries moon in my life, and I sometimes just have to catch them by the collar and make them, pause because they're just running around everywhere. So, find that grounding energy in your life and stick to that person, stick to that energy because you really need it. And you need to supply this to yourself as well. But you do have people around you too who will be able to help you, you know. So it's not about burning brightly and burning everything up altogether. It's about how do you sustainably burn for a long period of time and give your fire equally to all at all times, much like the sun, pile number one. And that is the key of the soul that you're here to unlock. And you might feel you're going through like a period of just, you know, like in a famine. That's what it feels like. I just feel like you're very emotionally spent, you're very burnt out right now. And embrace it, just surrender all of it and you will be renewed. And just like, after the driest days, there is the first drop of rain. And it's funny, it's raining today, and it's almost November, it's almost Halloween, and it's still raining. It's very unusual weather. It's very unusual weather. So, things are cyclical at the end of the day. The clock will still come back to zero, and that's what you need to realize. But how do we have fun while doing what we are doing? And even I forget when I have a very busy day and I have 10,000 things to do and I barely get any sleep. It's difficult to be serene and calm, right? But yet it is super rewarding. So give yourself a minute, smell the roses, slow down, stop, pause. Not this video, but yourself, by number one. I think that's really the message because the happiness is not outside, it is inside, and you sort of have to be still enough to realize this and see this within yourself. So it's a very clear, concise message your spirit guides are giving us today. And look up at the clouds. You can even scry into the clouds. You'll get certain messages. And I know life is unfair. Yes, I know it is unfair. And you do have a lot of enemies. But you are here to overcome and conquer all those enemies and become the best, even if you're the worst. I'm seeing Naruto, and the part of Naruto that I'm seeing is, how he was sort of, the most powerful one because, he had the seal, but, he was also the most messy of the kids compared to all the other ninja kids. So it's okay, even if you're not doing your best right now, you will rise up to be the best. And that is the arc that you are on right now. So fight for it, defend your valor, stand up for yourself and fight for yourself. And slow down when you don't have to be on the battlefield. Learn to switch off the warrior mode, pile number one. I think that's also really important over here because you do have to follow your own heart, and again, I'm getting this very intense heat energy, I'm getting intense fire. So, allow the transmutation to happen, allow things to be burned down so it can come back to you in in like a better way. So a very clear reading for you, pile number one over here, and there is no doubt, just surrender. There's nothing to do. I'm gonna shuffle this new Oracle deck that I got. I've barely used it. It's called The Alchemy of the Spirit by Christina Gonzalez. And I got a deck after a very, very long time. I haven't purchased a deck in a very, very long time because I have so many at this point. So, you know, something about that, maybe do something that you used to like doing and it'll connect you to the magic of that time. We have the crown and we have the fountain and we have the crow. So the crow spirit is very, very prominent for you, and I think what the crow spirit is telling you is you can create the reality you want. Crows are the keeper of the secrets of the mysteries. They are the shamans and they guide you through your shamanic journey. And that's where you are right now. You know, you will descend into the underworld, you will be destroyed, then you will ascend, you will be raised, you will be purified, and then you come back on earth and share everything that you've learned on the way. And don't worry about a rainy day, honestly, again, you will always have enough. You're tapped into unlimited abundance, and that's what your spirit guides are also telling you. You might see a lot of squirrels around you too. Oh, and we have the bow, you know, my favorite weapon. And this card, another card, was the reason I really got this deck because, and I love the art. Think the art is very beautifully done. So when you're shooting a bow, there's something called like trigger panic where if you're very tense while shooting, you naturally start shivering. Like panic, you just start shivering, and you mess up your shot that way. So don't give in to the spasms of things. You know, get the mastery over your physical body because there's no way to directly control the mind. If you can master your physical body, you can control the mind. And through that, just being relaxed, feeling everything that you're feeling, you shoot your arrow perfectly, and the arrow already knows the way. It knows the way to the target, you know. So be very focused on what you're aiming for and know that the aim is already yours. You've already hit the target. But you can't shoot the bow properly if you're tensed, if you haven't slept, if you because I went to do archery after like a long day of working and doing readings, and I just couldn't pick up my bow. And my coach, he clocked me. He really clocked me that day. So you have to be well rested and you have to really be at your best to do your best. So you cannot keep sacrificing your personal health and less sleep to achieve things. There's a more optimum way to hit your targets. I think that's what your spirit guides are really scolding you over here. I think the monkey spirit could also come up for you a lot. Crow spirit, and we have the squirrel for you. Also, I'm seeing jaguars, and we have the crown. So the crown is already yours. It is already yours, and you already have this. Like I said, you're tapped into this fountain of abundance. So things are you're never running out of anything at all. There's always more. There's always more. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have for pile number one. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, if you're interested in learning witchcraft, tarot, astrology, send me an email, hit me up on my Instagram, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the whale card, this is your reading on what messages do your spirit guides have for you? And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce that 21st of November, I will be offering my witchcraft course. So if you're interested in learning witchcraft from me, do sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram. You can check out the syllabus video for my witchcraft course. And I'm also offering an astrology course on 31st of January. So if you're interested in that, do sign up. I'm also offering personal readings. I'll be looking at your birth chart as a part of the reading, and from the coming year in 2026, I will be increasing my rates. So if you want the tarot reading at the same old discounted rate, come get your readings now because I will be increasing my rates in the future, starting the coming year. So just wanted to say that. And yeah, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin this reading on what messages do your spirit guides have for you. Whale could be a significant spirit guide for you right now. shuffle the tarot and see what do we get. Pile number two, I think you are at the peak of things. I do think you're going to hit your peak very, very soon, and your spirit guides are asking you to not be very extreme right now, but to find the inner balance that you need so you don't burn out when you actually hit your peak because you do have to sustain yourself at that level. And I just saw a baby kitten run across the street. So know that you're protected and find the balance, find your inner temperance, and don't be impulsive right now. What I know about whales is, they travel long distances. They travel long distances, and that's what you're here to do. So being patient with yourself, not burning yourself out, is a very important message. And I do see a lot of anxiety. I do see a lot of things that are stressing you out. And that is what you sort of need to get under control because victory is yours. It is promised to you. And in a way, I do see a little apathy here as well. I think you've gotten very apathetic to your situation. And, in a way, you're just waiting for that divine intervention. And I really want to say it's here. Things are not always going to be this way. You're not always going to be this stuck because you have overcome your lesson. You have realized that you are not the matter, right? You're not the physical body. You are something beyond the physical body, and you will really exist beyond the physical body. And this is not like a thought that you have, this is a direct experience that you've had. And that itself has changed you. Yet sometimes it is difficult to remember this in moments where, we're really challenged in the material world, in the material plane. But the message here is to not be agitated. Things are not happening on purpose against you. Yes, things are karmic and we're here to burn our karma, but in being selfless and being humble, burning through the karma is the best way to go. So we don't, accumulate more karma for us in the future. So there's a very clear message of that for you over here. And don't feel you're stuck, you will be able to grow and you will be able to scope new sites for yourself where you would like to grow. So those things are very much in the card for you. As at the end of all this, you will be able to venture out and go on your own path and do whatever you want to do and go on the kind of quests that you want to go that will bring you your own personal enlightenment. And go the long distance, right? Really go the long distance like the whale. That's what you're here to do, pile number two. And you see how the moon is, you know, sort of crowning the whale. So I do think your intuition is really awakened, and what you're realizing is that you're connected to the infinity. You're really connected to the infinity, and even if you lose a part of yourself, you always gain it back, and it was never lost. It was just fractured, and you learn to repair that part of yourself. So there's also a focus on your studies right now, so study whatever you want to perfect right now. That is what is going to really help you become the best at the game. So it's very practical advice that your sprint guides are giving us over here, pile number two. And this is the time of, seizing the day because opportunities are here. Opportunities are really here. And like I said, you have to be at your best to make the best of all the good situations given to you, right? Ace of Pentacles. I honestly think the main message from your spirit guides, pile number two, is that you're going to be good financially. You're not going to have to be burnt out to make money. You will have your money regardless over here, pile number two, and that's very much a given over here. So I think the main message over here, pile number two, that your spirit guides are trying to give you is you're going to be good financially. You're going to be making a lot of money and you're going to be financially independent and you will have everything that you always wanted. So the fear that you have, remove it. You're going to be more than happy. You will have more than enough in your life to conquer and to really get everything that you want. So that is a big message over here as well, pile number two. I do think you need to connect to your inner child. I do think there's a message for that over here. You have to connect to your inner child and really speak to your inner child because the answers that you really need are coming from your intuition, and you will only be able to listen to your intuition if you are in balance. You cannot listen to your intuition if you're imbalanced, if you're doing too much of something and not doing enough of things. If you're being too lazy and too active, both the states will not help you achieve, your intuitive capacities. So the inner balance and the inner moderation, right? Temperance. Temperance is not the same as balance, right? When we balance two objects, we are trying to balance two opposite objects. But when we are tempering something, we are trying to conjoin two opposite forces to create a third force that will be stronger than the first two forces combined. So it's a deep, great conjunction that you're trying to achieve over here with your soul, with your environment, with the people in your life, with your friends, with your love, with your family, and this is happening inside and outside you. This is happening above and below you, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. So you will be able to see this for yourself directly. You will be able to have the vision that you need right now. Really listen to your intuition because that will give you the true answer that you need right now. Nothing else. Nothing else, pile number two. You know, you'll just be wasting your time otherwise. Yes, King of Cups, you need to show some emotional maturity right now. Even if it's annoying, even if it's difficult, even if you feel, universe has a vendetta against you, it doesn't. You know. So yes, the heat is turned up right now, but this is the spiritual awakening, and it's all or nothing, and you're here to win it all. Pile number two, even if you don't feel like you have it. Yeah, Five of Wands. There's too much conflict, too much strife, but again, this is the most powerful you've ever been. Pile number two. So obviously, your difficulty level has also increased. But I do see you coming out very victorious over here and, conquering the day, seizing the day, right? I think in one of my readings I said, battles are lost in the same spirit in which they're won, which is a Walt Whitman quote. And I don't feel like saying that over here because I do think you're going to be on the victorious side at the end of it all, even if you feel like, the odds are stacked against you. They're really not. They're really, really not. And the day you realize your power is the day you win the war. Pile number two. And that's what the cards are really telling us over here. And I think that there are a lot of things that are blocking you getting in the way, and there's just a lot of things that you have to kick out of your life and let go of. And once you, accept defeat in your personal life, right, with the disappointments of people who've let you down or whatever, everyone who has not been the best and who has hurt you, if you will let all that go, then you will have so much more blessings. It's insane. You're meant to have all the blessings that are available and tap more into your witchy side, tap more into your mystical spiritual side, your religious side as well. Those are the things that are going to be your saving grace, nothing else. Pile number two. So there's a clear message from that as well from your spirit guides. And stay away from people right now. You really don't need people. Be in your hermit. That is what is going to lead you to taking the right decisive action that you need for yourself and to really grow in the way that you're supposed to and in the best perfect way that you're supposed to right now instead of going off trajectory and wasting more time. Pile number two, because at the end of the day we do have very limited time on earth, right? Our human lives are incredibly short and there's so much to do, yet we can't rush through it but enjoy it all and be in the present moment, one thing at a time, one step at a time. Most of the time people get overwhelmed and anxious because they're thinking about so many things and how they're going to do so many things in that exact moment. And we never do multiple things in an exact moment, no matter how much, ADHD you have. You will still be very focused and you can only do so many things at once. So right now, just, chew on bite size. So for right now, just chew on the bite-sized pieces that you can chew on. Don't chew more than you can bite. And slow, steadily, you will perfect yourself the way you need to over here, bringing you the success that you need. Pile number two. Okay, pile number two, we have the pendulum and we have the sun. Fun, you got the sun card again. A lot of sun in the reading. So, true happiness, personal enlightenment, true joy, true bliss is yours. It's already yours. All you have to do is learn to control this way of the pendulum, right? The oscillation of the pendulum is what you need to control. Cats could be important, wolves could be important, raven and crows could be important for you in this. deck, those are the spirits that are speaking to you the most. So pay attention to those messages. That's what it is being said to you. It's really about moderation over here. The only way to sustain, the only way to grow, the only way to maintain your longevity is to sort of sustain yourself by not burning out quickly and learning to manage your fire. That is what is being taught to you over here, pile number two, to keep the pendulum forever in swing. Because either way, when it goes up, it's gonna go the other way. You just have to become aware of the timing over here to really master the trick of your soul. So, which way will you go, when the pendulum swings again? I think that's the real question you have to answer for yourself, pile number two. And listen to your heart, like I said. It will tell you which is the way you need to go. And yeah, that's all I have for pile number two. Is again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, do like the video. Share, subscribe, comment. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, if you want to learn witchcraft, tarot, astrology, come learn, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number three. If you chose the Author's card, this is your reading on what messages do your spirit guides have for you. And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce 21st of November, I'm offering my witchcraft course. If you're interested in learning witchcraft, do sign up. You're very, very welcome to come learn, and you can check out the syllabus video that I have uploaded. The course starts 21st of November. You can send me an email or you can hit me up on Instagram to get more details. You can do the same if you want to join my astrology course that starts 31st of January. So come learn, you're really welcome. My courses are long, it's not a short course. You'll be with me for 2 months. If you have the time, if you really want to learn, come be a part of the fam, come be a part of the coven. And yeah, I'm also offering personal readings. I'll look at your birth chart as a part of the reading, and I'm also going to increase my rates in the coming year, 2026. So get your readings at the old rate right now. I do not offer discounts, you know. So come get your readings done, come learn. You're very welcome. And yeah, please do like the video. Yeah, and please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin this reading on what messages do your spirit guides have for you. And I clearly think this is a message about love, so we'll see what that is about. Using the Diablo Tarot. What message does pile number three's spirit guides have for us? Okay, pile number three, we have the Empress, we have the Hermit, we have the Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, and we have the Lovers. Definitely a lot going on in pile number three's life, sensing a lot of tension, sensing a lot of busyness. And I do think there are multiple roles that you're sort of being asked to juggle and multiple hats that you need to wear throughout the day. And, you don't always want to be ruling your kingdom. There are days when, you would rather be alone. You would rather be in your solitude, seeking answers. But, the answers are already within you, and your hermitage is with the people. It is with your subjects that you rule over as the empress that you are, pile number three. And it doesn't matter even if you're a man, you're still in your empress energy. You're nurturing people around you, you're taking care of people around you, everyone around you is being taken care of by you, and it is not easy, right? It's not easy to be there for everyone all the time, and we are only human, and no matter how divine our spirit is, we still have a human body that goes through a lot of human things and gets broken down just like every human thing ever. So a lot of more compassion at your end is required. And yes, I do think there are a lot of karmic relationships in your life, and I do think, and that's not always bad, karma is the reason we are all still here on earth, and it is the unfinished karma that we are all here to clear. So I do think the people in your life are a mirror to you. Whether they, highlight something beautiful or something ugly, it is still present within you. And that is what you need to see right now about yourself, and there's always a choice. There's always a choice that can be made at your end. And know that there is someone made just for you. You know, given how special you are and how you don't get along with anyone else from this world, There is someone from your world on this earth right now, and you will be meeting them. And I think that's what the message from your spirit guides are, that don't give up hope, Late is better than never, and sometimes later is better than sooner. Later is better than sooner, especially if you are an old soul. If you're an old soul, I'm sorry, my friend, you're not gonna, get married in your 20s and have a kid and, be settled till your 30s. It just doesn't work that way for old souls. If you're a young soul, that might happen for you, but you're on a different trajectory, you're on a different timeline. You're playing a different game altogether, pile number three, and even if you're being attacked from all angles right now, even if you are on your defensive, I do feel you. You know, things are coming at you from all angles, but you are at the vantage point over here. You have the perception. You have the perception, you have your eyes on the prize, and you're not going to let anything or anyone get in the way. And the prize for you is the harmony that you've always wanted. Four of Wands, the inner and the outer harmony that you seek is already yours. Pile number three, and that's what your spirit guides are really trying to tell you. They're trying to, relax you, and they're trying to bring this sense of peace and quiet to your mind, and helping you also align yourself. We have the Lover's card, and Lover's card is not usually a good card to get in a love reading. But in this context, I do think this is about you. You are the two lovers. You are the angel and the demoness. The two opposites coming together and becoming one. You're taming all parts of yourself and bringing all parts of yourself back together so you can overcome a greater enemy, pile number three. And this is no short of, great feats of magic. That's what you're doing. You're doing alchemy at a very great cosmic level. So it's very evident over here that, yeah, truth, Ace of Swords. I think I'm right. I know I'm right. So, embrace everything life is throwing at you right now and win. You have all the reason to win, and your greatest prize is going to be the love of your life. And we spend so much time yearning, right? When we are single, we spend so much time yearning, waiting for the love. And when we do find our love, it's you know no matter how awesome it is, yes, it is complicated. We are beautiful people with beautiful problems, and yet in overcoming those challenges together, right? In overcoming those problems together, we transform and we become better, right? Nothing transforms us like love does. So you will be forever changed by the people that you interact with, whether it be a romantic interest or just a strong bond that you share with someone, even if it is not named or labeled. You will be experiencing a bond like that coming into your life very, very soon that will change you, and reflect your beautiful parts and your ugly parts, your light and your shadow to you. Don't run. Don't run from yourself, and come home to yourself and embrace it all, right? The more we try to run from what we are, what we run into is realizing what we are regardless. So that there is no wrong path is what I'm trying to say over here, and we will reach the destination that we need to reach to gain our enlightenment. And the things that we run from or we ran from, we will be embracing now. So that's pretty much the theme for you, pile number three, and it'll be like a full circle moment for you where you will be able to see things and go on a new journey and actually have free will this time around to do what you want to do with the free will, and not have things be so predestined written for you. So you're getting your free will back as you balance your karma and go on a new journey if you so wish, with the Ace of Cups, of finding your holy grail again, and allowing yourself to describe what your holy grail is going to be for yourself. You're getting everything that you want, Nine of Cups. So the victory is truly yours. Yeah, the sun, it doesn't get better. Pile number three, I think I'm bang on today. It doesn't get better. It's personal enlightenment. And all the three piles got the sun card today. So collectively, I think there's an enlightenment that is happening at a personal level, and it is only time where, the mass awakening occurs. And for the mass awakening to occur, we all have to awaken to our personal state of our personal bliss, our personal joy that has always been available to us, that we haven't even noticed because of all the noise and all the static and all the background noise, all the white noise that you have cleared away now to get this knowledge, to be able to shine eternally, to sustain your fire and not burn out. Master your abilities. Here we have a magician, controlling the forces, and he's the King of Cups. So control your emotions more, learn to control your emotions more. Don't let it get the best out of you. It is your mind. You control it, not the other way around. You cannot control the mind directly, so learn to control the body. The mind will naturally come under your control. Ten of Cups, what am I telling you? Emotional fulfillment, joy. Everything that you've ever wanted is already yours. But you do have to go through this, and you have to reach a certain point where you're able to really see people for who they truly are, the good and the bad, and still love them regardless unconditionally. And that is the exaltedness that you will be experiencing in this lifetime. You could have your Scorpio in the seventh house, or you could have Venus in the eighth house. But there's a lot of this deep transformational energy that comes into your life through love, where the truth is being illuminated through you, but it comes as a blow in love. By number three. Again, strong Venus algol placements over here as well. You could have Venus at 2 degrees in Taurus. Even in your Navamsha, check that. But there's a strong algol energy over here, pile number three, and there will be a release, the kind of release you want. So hold on to your resources right now. There will be something better for you to really invest in. So don't settle right now. That is the message. Your spiritual awakening. Hold your ground, pile number three. Hold your ground regardless. And know that your true love, your actual true love is just on the corner the moment you conquer yourself and you conquer your material world and your existence and everything that you want. You fulfill your desires and you will meet the person that will be the love of your life. I think that's the message from your spirit guides. So we have the spirit of the goat for you, which is Aries energy, Capricorn energy, very cardinal sign energy. And you can see his horns, they're really grown. So he's very intuitive with the moon. And we have the red roses for passion. So again, flame your fire, but don't let it burn you. I think that is the message your spirit guides are trying to tell you. How to sustain your fire in a way where it is prolonged and you can maintain that fire and it doesn't burn you in the process. Even desires are not bad. Contrary to what Buddha said, not all desires are bad because in the worldly sense we do need our desires, and that's what he said. That in certain contexts, having an ego, having a desires is necessary, and we do have that kind of karma that we are supposed to fulfill, but ultimately we do have to let it all go. So understanding that balance is very, very important for you, and remembering who you are in the depths of your desire, right? In the hell mouth, realizing your divinity is what your spirit guides are helping you right now with, because all this chaos around you can be tamed. You are the master. You are the master. You're the goat. You're the greatest of all time. So know your greatness by number three, and you're very, very protected. The angels walk on earth with you. You are an angel walking the earth. So and the key is within you. Don't look for answers outside. Don't look for anything outside. You're not gonna find anything but dust outside. So look within, go within, and you guys are ready. You guys are ready to equip you and bless you and give you the knowledge that you need and give you the brilliant direction that you need for your complete conquest over here, because that's what it feels like. You are in a conquest over here and you're conquering the self, therefore you'll be conquering the world. You're going to be very famous and rich by the end of it all, by number three, and that'll just be, you on the material plane. You will ascend so much more spiritually in this lifetime. You have no clue. There is a lot of greatness planned for you, and that's what your future, your spirit guides are really telling me over here. So embrace it. Pile number 3, and yeah, the love of your life is just around the corner, and you're really meant to have it all. You're really meant to have it all. You're meant to have it all. Pile number 3, you're really meant to have it all. I think that's the final message for you. And yeah, that's all I have. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, if you're interested in learning witchcraft from me, come learn. The course starts 21st of November. Astrology course starts 31st of November and 31st of January, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you.